Hey guys, we are back with some more MODO Eastside Hockey Manager, and in this one, we are going to start the Year 7 offseason heading into year number 8. So that is right, we're going to do at least one more year, depending on if we make it into the SHL or not. If we don't make it into the SHL, this is the final year, and then we'll call it a series, and we'll move on to another team. So now we are going to go through the list of every player that we want to bring back to our team. First of all, we are going to re-sign Theodor Odland. He is very cheap. Nicholas Watt, he was very good for us last year. 43 points in 52 games played, a 746 average rating. Definitely want to bring him back. He does want quite a bit of money. I'll try to take him down to $240K, and I'll give him a little bit of extra signing bonus. Brayden Tracey, also definitely got to bring him back. He was key for us last year. As a matter of fact, he, I believe, led the league in scoring 49 points in 51 games played, a 776 average rating. Absolutely have to bring him back, although he does want quite a bit of money. We'll give him $300,000. We'll see what he thinks of that. He did want $318,000, but maybe a little bit of extra signing bonus will sway him. We're going to bring back Mentor Jacobson. He was on our J20 team past year, I believe, and he was also a backup player for us. So we will approach to sign him as well. He's also very cheap. Get him back on board. And of course, we got to bring back Schmitz Svedstrup. He was very good for us last year. He did suffer a couple of injuries, but he still had 42 points in 43 games and a 767 average rating. So we'll be signing him to another contract. And he's very cheap as well. Only $158,000. We'll give him 150. We'll go 160,000 just to make sure he signs. We'll also bring back Edgar Sixna. He's a pretty good defender for us. He didn't have the average rating that he did last year with a 706, but still pretty good at a 679, so we will sign him to a contract, and he's also pretty cheap at $42K per year. We'll give him a little bit of an extra signing bonus. I also want to bring back Tom Lindberg. He's very young. He's 18 years of age, and he seems like he would be a pretty cheap player, and he indeed is. He only wants $23,000. We could always use that type of player on our team. Kalle Johansson, he's a pretty good defender, 29 years of age, and last year was his first year with us, put up 13 points and a 687 average rating. As long as he's not too expensive, we will definitely bring him back. He does want quite the sum of money. I don't know if I would do that for him. So I think we'll pass on him for right now, but I will come back to him, presuming we have enough money. Sebastian Dyk, he looks like he's gone pretty downhill as far as his attributes go. He's got mostly oranges and reds now. So if he wants too much money, I think we might pass on him. But he still had a pretty decent season last year. A 703 average rating and 21 points in 34 games played. Obviously suffered some injuries. He wants to be a core player and only 62,000. So I would say that he's worth that. We'll give him a little bit of an extra signing bonus just to ensure he signs on, and hopefully we get him back for another year. Definitely need to get back Kalle Johansson. He had 24 points last year in 51 games played and a 714 average rating. One of our best defenders for a few years now. He does want a large chunk of money, but I think we'll give it to him. I think we can afford it, and honestly, he's once again one of our better defenders, so I think he's worth it. We'll give him $16,000 in signing bonus and a $300,000 contract. And hopefully we can bring back Gustav Nyquist as well. He scored 41 points for us last year in 52 games played and a 731 average rating. Definitely got to bring him back. He does want a pretty big contract at $250K, but I'm willing to do that for him. We're also going to try to bring back Igor Larson. He is 17 years of age. He played with our J20 team last year, 44 points in 35 games. Definitely got to see if he can make the big club this year, and he does not want to sign, it appears. So we are, I guess, going to have to ignore him. Someone who I hope we can bring back, Alex Naslund. He's been solid for us the past 2 seasons. He had 39 points this past year and a 725 average rating, and he wants to be a key player, and he doesn't want that much money for a key player, only $175,000. We'll give him $170,000 instead. I wouldn't mind bringing back Victor Olsson. He's had some pretty rough seasons the past couple of seasons, but he's a decent backup when he needs to be. So as long as he does not want too much money, and no, he does not. He only wants $64,000. That is not too bad for someone of his caliber, so I will definitely offer him that. David Makowski, he's definitely getting up there in age, 36 years of age now. His technical category is likely starting to drop, as well as his physical category, but he's still a pretty solid player. He had 25 points last year on the back end for us in 52 games played. He rarely misses a game, and he had a 723 average rating, so I would say he's still worth bringing back. And he doesn't want too much money. He only wants 74K. I'll give him 75K. Now, Cameron McDonald, he didn't have the greatest season last year, 677 compared to his past 2 seasons with us, with a 719 and a 710 average rating. But given his technical category and his mental category and his physical category, combined with his age, I believe he'll be able to get back to where he was in year number 1 and 2 with us. So we'll approach to sign him once again, regular player, and he's also cheap. So I'd say he's definitely worth $58,000. We'll give him that and a $4,000 signing bonus. Drake Grimshaw, he was very good for us last year as well. 48 points in 52 games, a 708 average rating. Not as good as he was the year before, of course, with 58 points, but still definitely a key player on our team. We need to get him back. He's very expensive, unfortunately. He wants 371K. I think we'll be able to afford that, although I'm going to take him down a little bit to 350K, just to be sure. Hopefully he doesn't get too many other offers, because I really want to get him back, just not for an insane amount of money. We're also going to bring back Wilhelm Westlund. He is 17 years of age. I believe he played on our J18 team last year and a 638 average rating and 21 points in 39 games. And of course, there's no downside to wanting only $18,000, so we will give him that for 1 year. Max Miller, we are also going to re-sign. He got 27 points in 50 games last year and a 7 average rating, and he's 25 years of age. I don't see why we shouldn't be re-signing him unless he wants a lot of money, but he doesn't, so he only wants 164K. Honestly, I'll give him 170K just to make sure he re-signs. He's one of the players who I definitely want back. Eric Forsberg, now he was an absolute stud for us last year. 29 wins, 8 losses, and 4 ties in 43 games played. A 922 save percentage and a 798 average rating. I would say we have to bring him back no matter how much money he wants. And he only wants 139K. That is an absolute steal. As a matter of fact, I'm going to increase that quite a bit just to be sure that he re-signs with us. And I'll give him 20,000 in signing bonus as well. We absolutely need this man on our team. Philip Norberg was pretty good for us as well last year. He had 22 points in 47 games on the back end for us and a 702 average rating. I would say, yeah, I would give him 163K and a $7,000 signing bonus. That is fair for him. And Jacob Nyquist, he's got some solid mental and physical attributes. His technical category hasn't exactly developed the way I hoped it would, and he's honestly hasn't had the greatest history of average ratings, but I think he could be a solid 4th line center for us as long as he does not want too much money. He doesn't want that much. Yeah, we'll give him 190K, and I'll give him 16,000 for a signing bonus. So the first round of signings, we have Dyk back on the team. We also have Kalle Johansson, and we also have Alex Naslund and David Makowski. Brayden Tracey is also back to MODO. That is very important. He was, after all, our skater MVP last year. Definitely glad to have him back. Another set of signings. We have Norberg back. We have Rimshaw. We have Jacobson, and we have Nicholas Waugh. Edgar Sixna is also back to MODO. We have 5 more signings here. We have Max Miller. Cameron McDonald is also back. Lindberg is back. We have Schmidt Svedstrup back, and Jacob Nyquist. 3 more signings. We have Eric Forsberg. Definitely glad to have him back. Josef Jonsson, and Victor Olsson. So the only players we're waiting on at this point are Odlund and Widmark. So we will see what players are on our roster currently. We have our 2 goaltenders, of course, Forsberg and Olsson. On defense, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And at forward, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So after Odlund and Widmark sign, we would just need 4 defensemen and 4 more forwards, I believe. Because we're currently at 10 forwards, 6 defensemen, and 2 goaltenders. So that would leave us with 3 goaltenders, 10 defensemen, and I believe 15 forwards. And luckily, we still have quite a bit of money to spend. We're currently at $2.79 million. We still have slightly over 1.2 remaining to spend. So we have some pretty good forwards already in Rimshaw, in Naslund, Jonsson, Miller. So I think we need to bolster our back end a little bit. We do have the likes of Makowski and Johansson on us. as well as Cameron McDonald, who we're looking for a bounce-back season from. Norberg was pretty good for us offensively last year, but I feel like we need a little bit more help on the back end. So I believe we have just found the perfect guy to put in there on the back end. Justin Hall, he's 34 years of age, and look at that. Look at all of his, really, the majority of his attributes are in the green, and he, of course, has spent the majority of his career so far, at least in this simulation, in European leagues. And the best part, he doesn't want as much money as I thought he would. I thought he would want at least like 300,000, maybe more, just based off of his attributes that he has, but he's not really asking for all that much compared to what I thought he would want. So we'll give him, honestly, 250K, and we'll give him 20K in signing bonuses. We may as well go after Olsson once again. Last year, he had 13 points for us and a 687 average rating. Still a pretty good player. Obviously, he does want quite a bit of money, but we're going to try to take him down to 250K, and I'll give him a little bit more of a signing bonus to make up for that. So I'll give him 30,000 in signing bonuses, and we'll see what he thinks of this. So I'd like to try to get Wilhelm Westlund here. He has some pretty good hitting, positioning, and as well as determination and work rate and teamwork and influence. I like all of that. And he also has posted some pretty solid average ratings really throughout the entire simulation. No less than a 681 and no more than a 712. So he's clearly very consistent with the average ratings that he posts. So I would not mind signing him. And yeah, he's pretty reasonable with the amount of money he wants. I'll give him a little bit more of a signing bonus, and that should get him on board. And now we're going to sign someone from our J20 team, Norden Thorain. He had a pretty solid season last year, 19 points in 39 games played, and a 690 average rating on the back end. He's 18 years of age. He's got a pretty solid checking category, solid positioning, a good mental category as well. So I figured we will give him a shot. And as well, it's pretty cheap. And he wants a 2-year contract, so he'd be the only player, it looks like, who we're going to have on a multi-year deal here. We'll give him a bit of a signing bonus as well. So Wilhelm Westlund is on board with MODO. Widmark and Thorain are also on board. Ole Alsing is back. So we are currently sitting at 3.3 million. We have roughly 700,000 to work with. And as of right now, we are still waiting on a decision from Justin Hall. And presuming that Hall signs, we would be able to afford, I think, one really good forward or two decent forwards. But then the other forwards would have to be just all very inexpensive players because we would be pretty much at the player budget cap at that point. So we are going to sign a couple of forwards from our J20 team. And the first one would be Nikola Kohlberg. He's 17 years of age. Got a pretty decent mental category on him. As well, he had 30 points in 40 games played last year, a 672 average rating. I will approach to sign him. He is a fringe player apparently, and he doesn't want too much money, of course. So we will give him just that. And we will also sign Barsam Wawo. He's got a great name, first of all, and also his mental category, his physical category, pretty good. He's got a good deflections rating, so maybe we could use him on the fourth line at some point this year. 48 points in 40 games last year, and a 705 average rating, so definitely could not hurt to try him out for 1 year, 16K, and no signing bonus. That sounds good to me. So Gustav Nyquist. He's actually available on the free agent market, 36 years of age. He is obviously still very skilled. His physical category isn't really there anymore, obviously. But he is still getting it done at 36 years of age. He had 33 points last year in the SHL, has 721 average rating. And the best part, he does not want too much money, only 210,000. I will give him 220,000 just to be sure that he signs, and we'll give him a $20,000 signing bonus. And now we will try to sign Nicholas Erb Ekholm. He's got a pretty decent technical category, mental category, and physical category, and his average ratings really throughout the entire simulation, besides year number 1 when he was in college, it looks like. He's got some pretty good average ratings, 714 last year with Oskarshamn, and as we approach to sign him, he doesn't want too much money either, even though with his attributes, he could easily get more. We're going to sign him for sure. And we're going to try to get him for 190K and a $20,000 signing bonus. Well, we didn't get Justin Hall, so that's unfortunate. And Nicholas Erb Ekholm has agreed to our contract offer, we will get him on board. Nikola Kohlberg is joining the big club, and Barsom Wawo has also joined the big club. So as we look at our future transactions, no one's there, obviously, and we did not get the goaltender that we want, the backup goaltender that we wanted. We did not get our fourth defenseman in Hall, and it looks like, unfortunately, we did not get Gustav Nyquist. That's fine, but we still need one goaltender, one defenseman, and one forward. So I guess we'll just sign some cheap guys as some depth replacements, and then we will move on to the regular season. So now we will go to our J20 team, and we will sign a goaltender here, and they do not have a goaltender, okay? Check our J18 team. Yeah, we may as well sign Stuart Lundell, and we will approach to sign him, fringe player. Yep, there you go. So for our forward signing, we will sign this guy on our J18 team, Mustafa Eneroth. Got some pretty good attributes for being only 16 years of age and had a 728 average rating and 42 points in 40 games played last year in the J18 league, and we will give him exactly what he wants. Now we're going to try to sign Simon Bertilsson. He's got some pretty good technical category attributes, positioning, hitting, checking, as well as the mental category. Got good determination, work rate, influence, teamwork. As also, his physical category isn't bad either. So we will sign him. He's a key player, and we'll give him, exactly what he wants. And hopefully he signs for that. We do have the money for it. So Stuart Lundell is jumping up to the big club, as is Mustafa Eneroth. So we unfortunately did not get that defenseman we were looking at, so we may as well just re-sign Adam Ginning here. He is still in free agency. It's June 10th now. We may as well because we did pretty well with him last year, so we'll approach to sign him. He's a key player, and he wants $164K. We'll give him $160K at this point in free agency and a $24,000 signing bonus. And actually, he does have quite a few offers on the table, so I'm just going to up my offer to $180K. Just to be sure that he signs with us, because we've already missed on quite a few defensemen here, so want to be sure that we get him. And Ginning has accepted our offer. So now with all that being done, we have a full roster. We are at 28 players on the roster. We, of course, can have 4 more, but generally 28 is enough, or it should be anyway. We have 3 goaltenders in Forsberg, Olsson, and Lundell. On defense, you have Johansson, Olsson, Westlund, Ginning, Norberg, Makowski, Sixna, McDonald, Thorain, and Jacobson. And at forward, you have Jonsson, Naslund, Herb Ekholm, Winquist, Miller, Rimshaw, Waugh, Tracey, Schmidt-Svestrup, Dyk, Lindberg, Wawo, I should say, Enroth, Widmark, and Kohlberg. So that'll be about it for this one. Let me know what you guys think, and in the next one, we will get year number 8 underway. See you guys then.